After being offered a devil's contract and a lot of thinking, Nagi finally understands his ego, and the most unexpected person made him realize that. Nagi did somewhat of the same mistake which Isagi did in the first chapter of Blue Lock, and that he realizes what he lacks, what everyone in Blue Lock has but he doesn't, along with hitting the point of despair which Baro told him to do so. Because in this chapter, none other than Igaguri shows up to meet Nagi and ask him about how his life has been going on out of Blue Lock, which we all know it isn't going well in any case, and tells him the same thing Isagi told him to keep playing soccer, as Igaguri himself seems to be confused on what to do. He just came there to tell Nagi about it and ask him his opinions. I guess from his perspective, he's just goofing around and getting to know what people are feeling so that he himself maybe realizes what his problem is and figure a way out. I mean, it happens in your life when you don't really know an answer of a problem, so you ask people's opinion to understand yourself. Because this man is confused as at first he says how satisfied he was that he got to at least chase the dreams and got a salary, but then starts crashing out after knowing Baratsuta offered Nagi a place back in Blue Lock and not him. But here is where this man, who started off as the worst player in Blue Lock, starts hitting the core points. First off, he asks Nagi that is he satisfied? The same concept Ego explained Nagi before leaving, to which Nagi says sometimes you just gotta give up on some stuff, but then Igaguri pulls a blackbeard and says that dreams don't have limits. As he says, dreams only have a size. His dream was going pro, not to be the world's best. Henceforth, he ended up like this, and Nagi shouldn't get satisfied as whatever he dreams of isn't forbidden. But then explains to him how he declined Baratsuta's offer, which makes Igaguri crash out on him, and honestly that's valid, because what he tells him is what Blue Lock was all about. That Nagi should go back regardless of what anybody thinks of him. He made a pass and killed his own dream of becoming the world's best, the same thing Isagi did before getting selected in Blue Lock. And not only that, he cares what others think and doesn't allow himself to feel genuine hunger of becoming the world's best, as he tells him to quit already if Nagi is deciding to depend on people's opinion. And then he explains the same thing Baro somewhat warned Nagi about during the NEL, as he says that without enough despair, without wagering the risks, without not knowing what will happen if he loses, he will never be hungry enough to do the work which is needed. And Nagi can't even define what he actually wants, and that if he had his talent, he would strive to be the best at whatever cost he had to pay for it. And the monk proves why he's the GOAT once again, because he understands what Ego has been preaching since day one, that each individual should strive to be the world's best, even though soccer is just a team sport. And to think of that, he is not just a comic relief anymore, but the person who changed not one but both the protagonists of Blue Lock is just wild. And yes, Nagi is a protagonist. Because as Nagi listens to him, all of this, he starts walking away thanking Igaguri and says that he understands it now. And from this point on, it makes complete sense as to why he would take Baratsuta's offer and might even go back to Blue Lock. But still, what I'm curious about is that what Nagi would want. For a long time, it was either to play with Rio or to beat Isagi. But now that he's motivated to go back by the most broken character in the series, I am curious as to see what he actually wants and what his definition would be. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you're new, do subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.